Hi. Before I say absolutely anything, if you are watching this video literally today or just in general, if you're following me on all of my social medias, you saw that I just almost got in a fight, and that's what this video is about. But before almost getting in a fight, I have been promoting the fuck out of my new canceled merch. As you guys know, for the past month, every single day, I've been working so hard on creating the perfect merch capsule. Not only the designs and working with up and coming artists to make graphics that I love, but making sure every single item is the quality and shape and size and fit of clothing that I wear every single day. That these joggers and this hoodie and every single item in my upcoming merch capsule was the right material, the right fit, wasn't gonna fade with a million washes, was the perfect quality, and was stuff that I would actually wear on a day-to-day basis. And I'm so happy to have released the first item of that. To put your heart and soul into something and just like know that it's absolutely perfect to your standards is the best feeling in the world. And I think that we all know with my year, I've learned that if I don't make sure something is perfect, I don't even want to put it out or put my name on it or anything like that. So I can honestly say I fucking love this hoodie and these joggers, and I'm so happy that they're out, and I can't wait to show you the rest of my merch capsule. But if you're watching this literally today, Cyber Monday, they are 30% off right now, the cheapest they'll ever be. And if you're watching this after that, you missed out, and I'm sorry, but they're still really high quality and really dope, and you should cop them. So I'm gonna link this stuff in the description below. I'm so happy that the first item of my up and coming merch capsule is out. I feel like I haven't had regular just like merch that I design in so long. I came up with the idea for the canceled hoodie and joggers when Bella and I could literally tweet or Instagram story or do anything, post any photo of us, and people were quoting it, either going viral or trying to go viral for canceling us or calling us gross, whatever it may be. And I was like, fuck it, instead of just bitching about canceled culture and all that kind of shit, I'm gonna make some merch about it. So yeah, that's what I did. If you wanna join the canceled club, link in bio. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. But thank you to everyone over the Black Friday weekend who's already picked these up. I did not expect so many of you guys, just like from my Instagram and Twitter, to just go right away and buy it, and you guys literally blew me out of the water. I haven't seen merch sales like that in so long, so thank you so much. And I don't even know if this is something that needs to be said, but at the end of the day, I just want to say I would never even be coming out with merch or anything like that if it wasn't for the people who support me, and literally you guys subscribing to me and fucking with me are what makes these things possible, so thank you. I never thought I would be a person that would have merch that people would want. You know, I know that sounds really cheesy and stupid, but it's just crazy the places that sitting down in front of this camera and telling a story has taken me, so thank you. On a different note, I don't know what to call it. I almost got in a fight. I almost got my ass beat. I was assaulted, question mark, story time. And I really wasn't gonna make a video about this. Also, I'm psychic, question mark. I almost got my ass beat / I'm psychic, story time. I really wasn't going to make a story time video about this. I tweeted about it. And I thought that was enough, and I was just gonna move on. And this night happened like 36 hours ago, and I woke up yesterday after it and was just cripplingly hungover all day and just felt like shit. But all that was on my mind was that like old YouTube me would have just ran home to film a story time about it. And if anything, it was something really shitty that happened to me, and I might as well just bitch about it and profit about it and tell you guys how fucking psychic I am in a story time. And so I woke up yesterday and I went into Ashley's room, and she didn't go out with me that night, and she didn't really know what happened. She just like saw my tweet, she saw the girls' tweet, she saw a bunch of shit on Twitter. So I was explaining to her start to finish what happened to me, and as I was talking to her, I was like, damn, I should just make this a story time. And as soon as I finished the story to her, she was like, Tana, like go upstairs, turn on your camera and film a story time about this. Like, what are you doing? And you're right, I just don't want to lose myself, and I think the old me just like really would have been jumping at the gun about this. And so I'm here today to give you guys a very old-fashioned, this happened to me last night, I don't know what the fuck is going on, my life is so weird, like this is just such an accurate depiction of my life, this would only happen to me, and so I'm just gonna story time about it, like all of my story times. And because I just can't condense anything or say anything quickly, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of wildly unnecessary backstory that has really nothing to do with the actual story itself, but I'm also a psychic and I want to explain to you why I think that. So like 4 or 5 days ago, I was staying in Vegas with Amari for Thanksgiving, and I did Thanksgiving with his family, and then I did Thanksgiving with my family. I went Black Friday shopping Friday morning before my flight back here to go see Billie Eilish, which was just like life-changing and just like something I didn't ever think I would get to do, and it was just like so beautiful, and I just like love her so much. Friday morning before before I took that flight, I went to like a Friendsgiving brunch Friday morning in Vegas with a bunch of my friends that I went to high school with. It was super dope just to kick it with the people that I like went to high school with, like get drunk, like have breakfast. I go to this brunch, I get back, I get ready for the concert, and I go to Hunter's house before the concert because we were going together. And he's like, hi, like I haven't seen you in like 5 days. Tell me about your trip to Vegas. Tell me about your Thanksgiving. Like I saw your photos. Who were those people in your like Friendsgiving photo? I'm like, oh, like I went to high school with them, whatever. And I'm like, and then for some reason, I'm like telling him about everyone, but I'm like, this one girl in one of the photos is one of the only people I've ever almost been in a fight with, or I have been in a fight with. I don't really know what you call it. And Hunter's like, what the fuck? Like I could never imagine you being in a fight, because even though I'm like a loudmouth wild bitch, I usually will never let it get to that point. I feel like if someone has beef with me, I'm very much like blunt and honest. Like we can talk it out, we can agree to disagree. I'm not the type of person to really want conflict with like another person. Like I'll usually just like fizzle it out or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I know, like me in high school was crazy compared to me now, and just a lot more like ballsy or petty or like revengey. I don't really know what you want to call it. So in high school, one of my friends had hooked up with a guy that I really cared about, and instead of like talking to her about it, I was just like a little 15-year-old like Tasmanian devil on like a psychopathic like Xanax and alcohol rampage. Which is terrible. Can't wait to write a book. Holy fuck. And because I was upset at her, I went and hooked up with her ex-boyfriend. And then she went and told this girl who was one of her best friends. And I was out at a party one night, super fucked up, out of my mind, like blue UV, like four loco, like 15 years old with all my fucking delinquent ass friends. This girl shows up to the party like trying to beat my ass. And like she was dead sober and I was super fucked up, and I knew like she was a crazy ass bitch, and that's low-key why I fucked with her. And like since then we've made up, we've both realized that we're just crazy ass bitches. We actually fuck with each other really tough now. If anything, I think the entire experience made us closer than ever. But she comes in dead sober, like from her house, like Nike Pros on, like car keys in her hand, like I just gotta show up and beat Tana's ass. And to be fair, I kind of deserved it, but I knew I was gonna get my ass beat by this bitch. So we were like running around this kitchen clubhouse, like where this party was at, like a ghetto apartment complexes in Vegas, like public clubhouse, like for kids, but like one of our friends lived there, so we like broke in there at night, whatever. And so her and I were running around this kitchen island. She finally grabs me and she grabs me by my weave and she's like trying to slam my head into the sink, and I'm just like screaming, like kind of fighting back, but I'm so fucked up that I might as well have just been like a dead fish, like flopping around on the ground. Like it was just like a fight I was set up to like lose. And then my best friend like grabs her and is trying to fight her for me, and like I just don't end up fighting her, whatever. And we had beef for a while, and then we ended up being cool, whatever. Years go by and now we're like pretty good friends, and she's in these Friendsgiving photos. And so I'm showing Hunter saying like, I almost fought this girl, and he's like, I can never imagine you getting in a fight. That's literally crazy. And I'm like, yeah, like I don't see myself getting in a fight for like the next few years, really. Like there's nothing I would ever get in a fight over. I just wouldn't let anything get that far. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people out there in this world who want to beat my ass. I'm sure there's a good 1/10 of the viewers watching this video, maybe even like 1/4 of the viewers watching this video probably want to beat my ass, but I don't think there's any people that I really like know that are just like dying to fight me. There's a few people in Vegas I can think of that definitely don't fuck with me, but I go out of my way to avoid them because I don't want to get my ass beat. So Hunter and I just have this long ass in-depth conversation about fights and how I'm not gonna get in a fight, and I'm just like saying to him pretty much like, I'm so sure I won't get in a fight. And so I go see Billie Eilish, and it just like changes my life, and it's like the best night of my life, and I just like love her so much. After the concert's over, I go to Hunter's house, we get high, whatever, I go home. I'm laying in bed. There's nothing I want to watch on YouTube. I'm completely caught up on David Dobrik vlogs. I have to fart. Cancel joggers, great to fart in. I just got done crying at David's new vlog, and you know when a video is just like in your recommended for so long, and it's always at the top no matter how many times you refresh and like don't watch it or whatever, and you finally just click on this fucking YouTube video because it's like the YouTube gods are just like telling you to watch it, like you can't get it out of your shit, like someone is paying good coin to be at the top of your recommended for so long. Is that just like how I get all of my views, low-key? Like every single one of my views is literally just people clicking my shit to get it out of their recommended low-key. It's this No Jumper interview, and it's like this girl's in the thumbnail. Her name's Snow the Product. She's super pretty. I'm just like saying names now. That's just to the point where I'm at. I feel like if I'm just gonna tell the story time, I'm just gonna say their names, because like I think we all learned from my sugar daddy story that y'all are just gonna find whoever I talk about. So like if I can say their name, like I probably just will. And I really don't think this girl's gonna sue me because like they're in the wrong, but like okay, whatever. It's this girl named Snow the Product. Finally, I'm like, fuck it, I will just watch this No Jumper interview. No tea, no shade to Adam. I love him so much, but I pretty much only watch No Jumper interviews if they're mine, or If there's someone I know or someone I really fuck with or like an artist I really love, like I really don't go out of my way to watch No Jumper interviews of people that I've never heard of or like people that I don't fuck with or know. I turn on this girl's No Jumper interview. I start to watch it, but I'm like on my phone, I'm editing, I'm not really paying attention. She's super pretty though. And I'm like, damn, this girl's really pretty. It's a cool interview, like go off, whatever. And I fall asleep to the video just like on repeat, playing on my TV, like in my room all night long. Like I just wake up over and over again and it's this girl's interview. And I wake up the next day, I work all day. It's now Saturday and it's Adam's birthday. And I love Adam. I went to his birthday party last year. That was the start of my entire life getting ruined. I was just like so young back then. I just like hadn't had anyone accuse me of clout chasing yet. And it was just such a simple time. All week Lena had been texting me, like inviting me, like being like, please come, like we miss you, whatever. All day I was just kind of dreading it. I was still super tired from like not sleeping all week doing stuff in Vegas and like flying straight here to see Billy and like I'd worked all day. I just didn't really want to go and I wasn't in the mood. And so I was talking to my assistant Haley all day just being like, I don't really want to go, but it's Adam and I feel like such an asshole if I don't go, but like I have bad vibes, but like I love him and I want to support him and I feel like he would definitely go to my birthday party or my conventions or whatever it may be. So finally I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go. And I don't know if I've ever talked about this before. I've talked a lot about how I'm just like clearly a psychic. And I've talked a lot about psychic coincidences in my life. I definitely need to make some more psychic coincidences videos. But one thing for me that's really prevalent in my psychic nature is I feel like it comes in waves. Jump cut to me a year from now, like in a fucking padded room saying like, it comes in waves, it comes in waves, like over and over again. I'm going to go insane because of this. Everyone in my life knows this. And they like, I'll tell them this at first and they'll be like, yeah, okay. And then they'll like see it and they'll be like, damn, it really does. Like I feel like I have one day a week or like one day every other week where just all day everything is a psychic coincidence. I could say anything is going to happen and then it happens. I just like manifest shit. I put shit out into the air. Like I'll just be seeing like 11s all day or I'll be saying people's names and they'll be texting or calling me or whatever. And I was already having a super like psychic-y wavy day. Basically, like I said, a year ago at Adam's birthday party last year was the start of my life getting ruined. I met this boy and things just fucked me up. Things just did not go great. And I met him a year ago on Saturday, like at Adam's birthday party a year before. All day, people that I'd met through him or like even his best friends, not to put them on blast, I don't know, or just people who are really, really close to him or whatever, were texting me all day, like either trying to go to Adam's party with me, asking me for the address of Adam's party, just being like, I thought of you today, like how are you, like whatever, just all this weird coincidental bullshit. People from his life or people that I knew from like that group or part of my life were texting me and then like I would say someone else's name and then they would text me and it was just weird as shit. I was already having a very psychic-y day. Then I get ready for Adam's party. The entire time again, I'm just like, I don't want to go. I have bad vibes. I keep telling Haley this and Haley's like, well, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I'm like, well, I don't know. There's just a lot of people that I feel like would go that I don't really want to run into. I don't really know what it is. I just have the weirdest vibe. And Haley's like, well, what's the worst that can happen? And completely as a joke, while I'm getting ready, I look at her and I'm like, I don't fucking know. You know, like what if someone just like comes up to me and like beats my ass? Like, as a joke, like just a random thing to say, like just like literally like just I'm getting ready, I'm fucking contouring, I'm not thinking anything of it and I make a joke like that. I'm like, what if someone just like beats my ass? And Haley's like, that's not gonna happen, there's nobody there that you have beef with, relax, like just get fucking dressed, let's go. And so I get in the car, I'm on my way there, this boy in my life FaceTimes me and he's like talking to me, he's like, where are you going? I'm like, oh, I'm going to the strip club for Adam's birthday. By the way, it was at a strip club. I probably could have like mentioned that. I'm also just wearing like pasties and like a mesh shirt. I literally still have the pasties on a side note. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to go, but I'm going. And he's like, okay, well, I just like want to make sure that you're safe. Like, please be safe. And I'm like, okay, I will. Like, why are you saying that? And he's like, I don't know. Like, things could just happen. Like, if you have a bad vibe, whatever, just like, please be safe. Like, promise me you'll be safe. And I'm like, okay, like, I'll be safe. Like, talk to you later. And I like hang up. I'm like, that was weird. And Haley was like, yeah, that was kind of weird. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. I'm just having an off day. I'm in a wave. Today is psychic. I don't know. And so I show up to Adam's. It's lit as fuck. I'm low-key super happy that I went. I no longer really have bad vibes. I'm like seeing all my friends that I haven't seen in so long. Like Gina Valentina, who was in the Hefner music video. She's one of my favorite friends who is also a porn star. I was gonna say favorite porn stars, but that's, you get it. We're like throwing hella money at strippers. No one has a YouTube channel or a life like me. Someone buys me a $500 bottle of tequila. I'm like so geeked on it. I'm getting so fucked up drinking this $500 bottle of tequila. Again, no one has, hi, Tana, nice to meet you. I make out with Riley Reid. I'm super stoked on that. I love her. She's literally an icon living. I never would have thought growing up, like all my boyfriends were always obsessed with like her. She's literally like the most famous porn star in the world, that I would be making out with her in a strip club on Adam's birthday. A lot of my favorite like rappers and artists and musicians and like people that I know and fuck with are there. Like it's just a dope ass night. And we all finally decide that we're about to leave. And I look at Haley as we're walking outside to order the Uber, and I'm like, damn, nothing bad happened. Like we're all going to the after party. As a joke, I look at her, I'm like, no one tried to beat my ass. Yelling over the music, like I remember it perfectly. I'm like, wow, we kind of had a good night. Like we're on our way to the after party. No one tried to beat my ass. I would borderline venture to say it was a good night, and I'm super happy nothing else psychic and coincidental happened. And so as soon as I say that, I look down at my phone, and one of my friends out of the blue texts me this address and is like, hey, is this the address for the after party? And I'm staring at this address on my phone, and I'm like, I've seen that before. Like I don't know why it's not coming to me. I don't know where it's from in this second, but like I've been to this house, I've seen this address. I don't know why when I see it, it makes me feel just like weird. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, I'm headed to the after party. Like I'll let you know when I get there. I don't think anything of it. I'm walking out and I like run into this girl, and we kind of like run into each other, and we're both just like, oh, like hi. And she's introducing herself, and I'm like not even listening to her. I'm fucked up, and I'm just like staring at her, and I'm looking at this girl, and I'm like, she looks so familiar. Like I don't know where I've seen her before, but she looks so familiar. And so I go to be like, oh, I'm Tana, and then she's like, you're Tana. I think she knows who I am, and then she kind of starts like hitting on me and flirting with me, and I'm like, okay, well, I mean, this girl is like beautiful, like hi, who are you, why are you hitting on me, what's going on? And then she kind of looks at me and she makes a joke, and she's like, shit, like my girlfriend would be mad like if I was talking to you or whatever. And I just kind of laugh it off. Like this is gonna sound like, I don't know how to say this without sounding like I'm about to sound, but I feel like, especially ever since dating Bella, girls come up to me all the time and are just like, I want to fuck you so bad, like or just like, you're my one pass, like my girlfriend let you be my one pass, like you're my girl crush, you're my woman crush, like I want to fuck you, can I kiss you? Like girls always ask to take kissing pictures with me, just like shit like that always happens. Like what can I say? I'm just like a woman crush Wednesday. No, but I don't take things like that like heavily. I'm always just like, oh shit, like thank you, that's dope, because I assume most people are like sane and like clearly if your girlfriend was gonna kill you, I don't know, figure that out with her, whatever. We walk outside and she's like walking with me, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, still, you look so familiar. And so finally after a few minutes of us going back and forth talking, it's in a flirtatious like nature, but at the same time we're just being like kind of sweet, and I'm just staring at her like, where the fuck do I know you from? She types in her Instagram on my phone and like follows it, and I look at it and I'm like, damn, shit, this girl has 1 million followers. And I look at her name and it says Snow the Product. And I'm like, girl, can we go back 30 minutes and start this conversation entirely over again? The other night, I watched your No Jumper interview in full. You were on my recommended page for like an entire fucking week, and I slept to your No Jumper interview just playing on repeat, on repeat, on repeat. Hi, it's nice to meet you. She had like a different hair color. In the interview, she had brown hair. In real life, she had like red hair. And she starts to talk to me about it, and she's like, that's crazy. Like, did you think I did a good job? Whatever. And then her girlfriend walks up to us and like puts her arm around her and is just like giving me a dirty ass look. And I'm like, damn. And I'm like a sweet gal when it comes to that kind of shit. Like I have a girlfriend. The last thing I'm trying to do is break up your relationship or step on any of that or anything like that. I'm just not that bitch. There's no person on this earth, well, that's a lie. Like, you know, there are some people for sure that I would like break up a relationship for, that I'm gonna like fight for. I'm not a fighter. If you fuck my man, maybe I don't fuck with you, and that's different. But like if your significant other is trying to fuck me, like that's between y'all. Take that. Like I don't give a shit. I'm like, I'm Tana, nice to meet you. And she just like barely responds and is just like cold as shit. And I'm like, damn, like that sucks. And so I think Snow looks at me and she's like, oh, her name is Juju, like introducing her girlfriend. I'm like, damn. So I'm like, hi, like again, like I'm Tana, nice to meet you, like nice to meet you, Juju, like how are you, like whatever. And she's like, hi. And I'm like, damn, okay, really be like that. I walk all the way outside and everyone is like getting into an Uber, like Lena, Riley, Gina Valentina, these other girls that I don't know are hopping into an Uber, and they're telling me to get into it. And all of a sudden, just like over me, I have like the worst bad vibe again. And he's like, why don't we go? Like there's space, like whatever. And I'm like, no, like I just have the weirdest vibe. Like I don't know. I didn't even think it was anything like fight related at all. I literally was like, oh, that car, like what if it got in a car accident? Like I don't even know. I have the worst vibe. I don't want to get in it. Instead of me and Haley getting into it, Snow and her girlfriend like get into the car. I'm standing there with Adam. There's like people filming outside. There's so many people outside of this strip club. And I decide I'm like gonna go in the next Uber like with Adam, whatever. And then as I'm standing there, I hear someone be like, Tana, come here. And so I'm like, what? And I like turn around and Snow is sitting in the front seat of that SUV. And she like rolls the window down and she's like, shit, like you look beautiful, like come here, whatever. And like we were taking photos of her, like being super sweet, like whatever. Like I'm just trying to be like a nice girl. Like it's clear that she fucks with me. She like stayed talking to me for so long and like followed me on everything and was like standing by me. I'm just walking over like thinking this girl's like gonna ask me something. And so as I'm walking over to her, she's like looking at me like up and down, like giving me a look, whatever. And I'm just like smiling back and like I guess flirtatious, but like no, I don't think I was being like exponentially flirtatious in any way. I think I was just being nice back to someone who was clearly flirting with me. And at this point I also assumed that because of how openly flirtatious she was being to me, that her and her girlfriend were in like an open relationship. And don't get me wrong, I've seen a lot of really bad open relationships, and I also do feel like a lot of the time, not always, in a relationship like that there's usually one person who wants to be in the open relationship more than the other one, and that can just cause so much like turmoil and chaos. And it's a product of if you really love someone and then they blow up overnight and become famous and their life is different and a lot more people are trying to fuck them and they're exposed to a lot more people who are attracted to them and a lot more people who fuck with them and whatever. And I get how that can breed insecurity for the other significant other and all that kind of stuff, but like again, I'm just assuming they're in an open relationship and they're like fine, whatever. And so I'm walking over to the car, and as I'm walking over to the car there's like paparazzi, there's like people, there's hella people, and I walk up and I'm like, what's up? And I lean in to say what's up to this girl, and the girlfriend was in the very back of the car and she like dodges her body forward, like over the middle seat, like over the front seat, like whole body, like through the car, and grabs my hair, like the entire side of my hair. And I'm like, oh my God. And so I like try to pull away from the car, and then Snow, like the rapper or whatever, she's in the front seat trying to break apart her girlfriend and me, and I'm just like trying to get this bitch off me because I'm not trying to, like, I don't know how old she is. She looks young as shit. She low-key looks pretty young. The last thing I want is some like assault charges. The last thing I want is paparazzi or anyone to film me like getting in a fight with some girl. Like I'm literally already problematic enough. Like I would rather just not fight some random bitch. And like what if this girl could like beat my ass? I don't know. And she's like in an Uber, and then everyone inside of the Uber, like Gina Valentino, Riley Reid, and Lena, literally three of the most famous porn stars in the world, are like grabbing her, throwing her off. They open the door, they let her out. I'm like, damn, this girl's gonna try to fight me. Then her like rapper girlfriend Snow hops out the front seat and is like holding her back, and then Adam runs over and has to like break it up, and like it's his birthday and like we're outside of a strip club. This rapper's girlfriend is trying to beat my ass outside of a strip club while there's literally paparazzi and like 100 people watching, and I'm just like, oh my God, what's going on? And then I'm yelling at her like, what the fuck is your problem? I don't get it. Like, I don't want your fucking girlfriend. I don't want, and I'm trying to get her to like listen to me too, because I'm definitely that kind of bitch. If you try me and you test me or you have a problem with me, I want to talk to you. Like, I want to know why. Like, I don't know if that's just like the psychology part of me or like the not all there in the head. Like, you could literally hit me with a semi truck and I would get up, like unflatten myself, walk over to the door and be like, but why did you do that? Like, I'm just that bitch. I want to know why. And I'm like trying to talk to her, like being civil as shit, like what the fuck is your problem with me? Why do you want to beat my ass? Like jealousy and insecurity is such a demon. Like I feel sorry for you. That shit sucks. Like why the fuck? I'm trying to like resonate with her. Like I've been there. I don't want your fucking girlfriend. Like, and she's just screaming like nonsense at me. Like I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Just like flailing her body, like trying to beat my ass. And I'm just like standing there like, oh my God. Snow is like holding her back while being like, I'm so sorry. What the fuck? Being like, baby, what the fuck? And she'll like turn around to me and be like, I'm so sorry, baby. Like just Adam's like, what the fuck is going on? And so finally I'm like, fuck it, I don't even want to wait for an Uber. I don't know if people are filming me. I don't know what's going on. I just need to get out of this situation. And so then me and Haley hop into their Uber and take the place of Snow and her girlfriend where they were sitting. We're in the car and I'm just like freaked out. Like, and then Lena, Riley, and Gina are all sitting there just like hugging me, being like, it's gonna be okay. Like that bitch is crazy. Like I don't know what the fuck her problem was. We thought she was cool. She's not in the car. She's not coming to the party. Like everything's gonna be fine. And it's just like so funny because like I never thought I would be in a position where like I manifested a fight, question mark. And this is subject to your own belief and you can definitely dispute this in the comments below, but I also feel like I manifested who the fight was gonna be with outside of a strip club for Adam's birthday. And now I'm in an SUV while three of the most famous porn stars in the world are like consoling me and like talking me out of it. And I'm like, damn. And I'm just sad in a way. And I know that this is gonna sound so stupid and maybe, I don't know, but like, I feel like me without followers would have handled that situation very differently. I never ever want to feel like that. Not to make this take like a dark, sad turn, but I feel like me, if I was just 0 followers, didn't have to worry about upsetting people, didn't think about, you know, the media painting me in a certain light, not, you know, walking on eggshells in a sense that I don't want to get like canceled, no pun intended, for doing bad things, you know, wanting to set an example for the people that follow me, or not wanting to fuck up my plastic surgery. No, I'm kidding. Like, me in a world without all of that would probably have been like, get out, let's fight. Not that that's a good thing, just sometimes when people are psycho like that and like clearly like not intelligent enough to like talk things through, or also like hurting and insecure in a way that they're taking it out on other people, which is just so toxic. But I just feel like when you're in a situation like that that's unmendable, sometimes, at least old me would think this way, all there is to do to solve it is a good old fashioned fight. And so then I'm just blackout drunk in this car, and all my friends are just consoling me. I just burst into tears, and I'm like, old me would have just like wanted to beat her ass. Like, old me would have just like wanted to fight her. Like, I hate that I can't always do what I want. Like, I would literally rather not look weak and like fight a bitch than be that girl who like got her hair pulled. And I'm just like crying in this Uber. And they're all just like, it's gonna be okay. Like, it's not that deep. Like, you're on the way to the after party. She's not coming. She's clearly fucking crazy. Like, you didn't get hurt. Like, you're fine, whatever. And then I get on my Twitter, and then like Snow's like tweeting me and like tweeting about it. And I'm like, well, damn, like if she's that okay to like tweet about her girlfriend being crazy, and like she's almost like siding with me. Like, she's literally being like, who would have thought girls would be crazy and jealous like that? Like, I never thought things would be like that. Like, whatever, like siding with me on Twitter. And then that's when I'm like, okay, like maybe this is a story time. And so I'm just like wiping my tears, like fixing my shit. Ironically, my hair didn't get fucked up at all, and I was so expecting to have an extension pulled out. So shout out JP Sosa and Raul Alvarez. Y'all are the best hair people in the world. Your weave and your hair color is strong enough to where a crazy bitch didn't even pull it out. So shout out y'all. But so I get on my phone and I'm looking at my Instagram stories, and and like I said, I'm pretty intoxicated, and as you guys know with your Instagram stories, the first people at the top are the people whose stories you watch the most or reply to the most, or the people that you stalk the most. They're just like the people that are the most like recommended for you. So hopefully I'm like in yours. But one of my people that's always recommended to me is Jay Alvarez. As you guys know, I love Jay, to be honest with you. He's amazing. And drunk me is just sitting there looking at his story, and I'm like, damn, like he would really die if I told him like what just happened to me. And I'm like debating texting him, and I'm like, Tana, don't drunk text your like past person. I don't know what to call it. And so I'm like, fine, I won't. And I'm like having this conversation in my head. I'm like, don't drunk text Jay right now. Like, just let him do him. Let him surf. Let him go to Costa Rica. Let him live his fucking life. If you want to text him and you want to be all lovey-dovey and cute, do it at 2 p.m. on a Sunday, not at fucking 2 a.m. after almost getting your ass beat on half a bottle of fucking $500 tequila that someone just bought you in a strip club after making out with Riley Reid and then fighting a famous rapper's girlfriend almost. What? We pull up to the house and everyone's like, we're here. And I get out of the car and I walk up to the house. And it's just like the first house I ever lived in, living in LA. like this house. Let's go! Before I get evicted. So at first glance, this is my house. To my room. Tempur-Pedic down comforter. I had sex on it 2 nights ago. My first LA house tour house, I probably would have never moved to LA if it wasn't for this house. What's funny is I just talked about this house in my sugar daddy story. That was the lavish house that I was like staying in and like living at that like made me want to get a sugar daddy or whatever. I'll link it below. That's too much to explain in this video, and clearly my life is already crazy enough. I'm like, there is no way that that is how this night is gonna end. That the after party of all of this chaos is at the house that like convinced me to like move to this city. Like, I probably would have never gotten close with Adam. I probably would have never gone to his birthday party last year, like nothing, if I wouldn't have stayed at this house. My mind is blown. Like, every inch of that house is like a different memory. And what's ironic is I met Jay at that house. And it was like the first house we ever like vibe that. And so of course I go inside, I party, I celebrate Adam's birthday. Everyone is coming up to me being like, are you okay? Like, what the fuck happened to you? This girl is still tweeting me, y'all are telling me to do a story time. I go upstairs in the house to the master bedroom, and that master bedroom was like my bedroom for like a minute. And so of course I look at the bed and it brings back a lot of memories, and I ended that night by sending a little drunk text. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I haven't just like had a crazy night and came home and just told you guys about it. Like calling your best friend on FaceTime in so long. And this bitch like tried to beat my ass. And I have no idea who she is. No idea what she does. I have no idea if I'll ever see her again. I'm sure once she sees this, she's gonna wanna beat my ass 10 times harder, which is low-key kind of sketchy. But also all of this information is out in the public. Like every single person involved has talked about it. You guys were like finding the girl already. There's no needed. I also definitely feel like I'm at a point where if I would have told this story with like fake names and shit, y'all would have just found it and made it the top comment anyways, and I don't want to disable my comments because like I obviously fuck with you more than some bitch who like tried to beat my ass, and so that's where I'm at. Basically, the moral of this story really has nothing to do with the fight. It's that I'm a fucking psychic. So that's like the time that I like manifested my first fight in years, and then I manifested like who it was gonna be with, and then like I almost got my ass beat, and then I was like still psychic, and then I like showed up at the house that like made me move to the city where none of this would have ever happened without that, and then just like drunk texted my ex because I'm like drunk texted my J because I'm like fucking psycho. And it's funny because I feel like my moral of the story is like if you got a regular life and a bitch tries to scrap you, like maybe it would just be better for your mind to just fight it out. I'm kidding. I don't know. And I really would never want to step on the toes of anyone's relationship, and it so could have been something that could have been talked about so easily. And if anything, jealousy is a sickness, so like get well, girl. Like I'm sorry that you had to do that. Like clearly you're dealing with a lot. You got to take it out on me, but I also get it. Like you did something to me that thousands of people would probably pay money to do. That's just like my new meet and greet. Like beat my ass for $1,000. Like, I'm a fucking psychic. I almost got my ass beat. Sometimes I wish I live in a parallel universe where I could have just scrapped it out like the old hood bitch in me, but I'm also glad I didn't because my nose is fake. Okay, thank you for watching. That girl's just watching this video like, okay, nose is fake. Go for nose first next time. And like if you're watching this, girl, like we could be friends, you know? We could do a get ready with me next week. Get ready with me with the girl who almost beat my ass, and it would probably do really well. So hit me up and snow the product. I'm really sorry for, you know, just being so perfect and good looking that I just like impeded upon your relationship so hard. You can take the problematic out of the girl, but you can't take the girl out of the problematic. And buy my merch. I love the fuck out of you. Thank you for not wanting to beat my ass. And or wanting to beat my ass and viewing this video and just still paying my bills. I don't know. Thank you guys. I will talk to you in the next video. Goodbye.